The brand new Quest 3 update is bringing major improvements, including a graphics upgrade. That is right, version 68 of the Meta Quest software has started rolling out, and it brings with it not just some improvements to the OS, but also to graphics and some other features. Starting off with a couple things I've mentioned before, this update is the official update for the new Meta Horizon mobile application. It's no longer called the Meta Quest mobile application, it's called the Meta Horizon mobile application. You'll see an update to the name and to the logo. This matches the operating system now being called the Meta Horizon OS instead of the Meta Quest OS. All this stuff is designed for the future of third-party Horizon headsets. The update notes specifically say we've updated the look and feel of the app, added a new light mode, and made it easier to socialize and express yourself even when you're not in the headset. Jump into worlds, find the next favorite mixed reality experience, customize your avatar, and manage your headset all from your phone. We've also added the ability to start or join audio calls between the app and Meta Quest headsets so you can chat with friends at any time, regardless of which device they're on. Makes the experience a bit more seamless, being able to do more on your app on your phone, even talking with, messaging, and calling people that are in the headset, which is actually kind of cool. Also, Meta AI officially launching in version 68. It is a rollout. Even if you have version 68, you might not have Meta AI, but this allows you to talk to the same AI that is in the Ray-Ban Metas, and that's available on your Messenger and that annoying bar that pops up all the time when you're trying to do something in WhatsApp or Messenger. That's now on the Quest, hopefully not as annoying. It'll actually also see your outside surroundings, and you can ask it what you're seeing through the pass-through cameras. Before we get to the graphics and performance improvements on Quest 3, had to mention this. There's also a brand new program called Play Now, Pay Later for the Meta Quest, allowing you to actually finance at 0% interest a Quest 3 for $24.99 paid over the course of 24 months. It does end up being more than the Quest 3, but it does come with a year, I believe, of the Quest Plus to offset the additional costs that you're paying for the Play Now, Pay Later. If you're not able to buy a Quest 3, but you want one and you're okay with paying a little more to include the Quest Plus, it actually really isn't a bad deal, especially since you're not paying any interest. Plus, it also comes with an enhanced warranty coverage over the course of those 24 months. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check out that offer if you're interested in grabbing a Quest 3, but not able to pay outright for the whole thing. Okay, graphics and performance enhancements. These are specific to Quest 3. There's a couple more things down below that I'll mention that are performance enhancements in general, but these are specific to Quest 3. We've made a number of enhancements to Quest 3 graphics and performance. They've reduced performance latency for a more immersive, comfortable, and lifelike experience. That just means that in the headset, what you're playing is going to perform quicker with less latency. There's very little latency already on Quest, but whatever's there, they're reducing even more to make the experience even better. This next one's actually really good, and you have to turn it on in the experimental settings. It's called Content Adaptive Brightness. It says Quest 3 now supports Content Adaptive Brightness Control, which reduces contrast in darker scenes, improving the display experience. What it does is automatically adjusts the contrast of the display in darker scenes so that you actually can see better. It should help improve dark scenes and times when you want that additional contrast, since it's going to be doing it automatically. You don't have to make adjustments for yourself. You don't have to worry about making it too dark in the light scenes. It's a great improvement, and I think that it's going to mean a lot, especially with the clarity and the displays on the Quest 3. I mentioned that there's an improved graphics performance overall, and it specifically says you should now see smoother and more responsive virtual and mixed reality experiences on MetaQuest headsets with fewer delays and interruptions. Means that performance and graphics should work more seamlessly and smoother. They're just getting better at streamlining their pipelines and making things that they function properly without hiccups and hitches, which is exactly what we need, especially in a standalone headset like this that is powering itself. You don't want someone to jump in and get hangups and get sick of it and jump out of it. There's also some safety center updates as well. Not really exciting stuff, but it says experience streamlined account management and clearer communications about your profile status and any reported issues from the Meta Horizon mobile app. These experiences will be consistent with what you can already do in your headset. It essentially is the safety center on your phone. it's just giving you more options to use on your phone so that you can control your experience without having to be in the headset. We've also got some keyboard improvements. We've made a number of improvements to the virtual keyboard. When you start a search or chat, the keyboard will appear in a more optimal position and won't overlap with other screens, which I have to say has gotten a bit annoying at times where the keyboard appears, so I'm glad that they're adjusting that. You can easily reposition the keyboard in your space, bringing it closer or moving it to the side. Another big improvement with the keyboard. The keyboard will reappear in different default locations based on what you were last doing and where you last positioned it. Another thing, saving where the keyboard is or was makes a big difference too, which it seems simple, but these little things are friction that can stop an experience from being seamless. And the fact that they're just continually adjusting these and getting better, it blows my mind where we were when we started with Quest 1 and we're with Quest 3 now with all these improvements. It's just crazy. There's also a brand new application called the Layout Utility app that launches along with version 68, and it's actually a pretty powerful application. I was messing around with it, and it's pretty cool. It says Layout is a new app designed to help you spatially measure, align, and visualize real-world objects directly in your physical space. Some things you can do with Layout include measure the square footage of your living room, visualize the size and placement of a 72-inch TV on the wall, visualize potential new furniture in your living room, measure the height and depth of a kitchen counter, align the photo frames on your walls. You can find Layout in your library. It's a brand new utility application, and it's actually pretty powerful. There is preset options in there for you to actually grab like a couch and place it in your space to see what it's going to look like for size. You can actually measure certain areas so you can see the size, or create something so you can see how the size, if you have the dimensions of something's going to be, whether it's a couch, a TV, or anything. It's actually really cool. Also, there is some improvements to the library as well. We've made a number of enhancements to your library and the app downloading experience. Manage all your downloads and app updates from the new download tab in your library. See what apps are in the queue and prioritize apps you want to download first. It says we've also added a new all tab to your library, which shows all your apps and worlds in a single page. There's now a low battery alert, which we've had in the headset, but not audibly. It says you'll now receive an audio alert from your headset when you take it off and your battery is low, as a reminder to charge it up before your next session, which actually is really cool because sometimes I'll remove my headset and I don't pay attention to how much battery I have left because I've just been playing it and I'm done. Having the audible alert that there is low power and it needs to be plugged in is a great reminder to plug it in. Cloud backup management is actually a pretty big update as well. It says you can now manage your cloud backups for apps, which wasn't available before publicly. Find out which of your apps are backed up, when they were last backed up, and start a backup by going to System and Settings and selecting Backup. This is another gradual rollout thing, but it gives us more control over what's been backed up, what hasn't. You can also now pair a controller in the headset, so if you get a new controller because one was broken, or if something happens and you have to pair controllers, you can do it right inside the headset instead of having to use the app, which just makes it more seamless. Also, when it comes to recordings, you can adjust the audio input balance. It says you can now control the audio level balance between your microphone and game audio when recording, live streaming, or casting. Also, finally on the list, screenshot resolution improvements. This is pretty awesome as well, and this is just for Quest 3. Now your screenshots taken on Quest 3 will look even better, as we've increased the resolution from 1440 by 1440 to 2160 by 2160. That's a big improvement. What is something that you want to see improved on the Quest that maybe hasn't been done yet? Whether it's a feature or whether it is something that just needs to be adjusted, let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to see what you say. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, happy questing.